All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip speed. Pros X go. On one. Ready? Ready.
What's up, everybody? It's Spruce Goose here, back with another video for HuddleGG, and in today's video, I want to show you guys a little red zone passing scheme that can beat man coverage or zone coverage, and also potentially take advantage of what I think is one of the most underrated abilities in Madden 21. Now, if it's your first time checking out the channel, definitely consider hitting that like and subscribe button so you never miss an upload, and if you enjoy my breakdown, definitely consider checking out my YouTube channel, SpruceGooseTV, and also check me out on Twitch. I'm also SpruceGooseTV over there. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So first up, I want to show you guys the ability I was talking about. That ability is Red Zone Threat, and it can get very glitchy down in the red zone, especially inside the 10-yard line. And so I quickly want to show you guys how that works, and then we'll look at how to incorporate that into a full passing scheme when we get down near the end zone. And the reason I want to make this video is that this year I've had a lot of people say it's so easy to pass the ball in between the 20s, but then when we get down in the red zone, things just get a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher to pass the ball. Everything's so congested, and then you don't want to pass the ball because you don't want to throw an interception, and then you're just running the ball, and you end up having to settle for 3 a lot of times. I've seen that from myself and from my opponents. They'll move the ball easily down the field and then just come to a screeching halt when they get down inside the 20, and then maybe are on the 15 to 10-yard line kind of range. And that's why I want to make this video for you guys. So first, just to show red zone threat, I need to go into just a straight up cover one. And in single man coverage, guys, red zone threat is one of the glitchiest things in the game. On the left side, I want you to watch Davante Adams against Jair Alexander. And I'm going to throw him a high ball bullet pass, and he is going to come down with this every single time, almost every single time. At least in this, in these kind of like ideal conditions of single man coverage. Now, obviously, you're not always going to get single man coverage, but I want to show you guys that if you're playing regs and have a player with this ability, and there's 6 players in regs that have this ability. Let me see if I remember. It's Mike Evans, Davante Adams, Kenny Golladay, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, and Cooper Kupp. Those are the players that have this ability in regs. So this is an option to you if you're playing regs and have one of those players. And look how repeatable it is. This is against Jair Alexander, one of the best cornerbacks in the game. And then also in MUT, this is a 1 AP ability. And people don't really use it very often. Now, I will say that I've used it in MUT and had it be a little bit inconsistent for me, but it's also bailed me out in some really important situations. So it can work. I'd say in MUT, it does not have this same basically 100% consistency. Now, I think Davante was out of bounds right there, but we still got the good catch animation. I don't think it is 100% consistent in MUT, but especially in regs, at least in my experience, it has been extremely consistent for me, even against some of the best cornerbacks in the game. So I wanted to, quickly show you guys this ability, and let's now jump into the full red zone passing scheme where I like to use this ability, but I'll even show you guys, if you don't have a receiver with this ability in regs, or if you're in MUT and don't want to spend AP on that, we can still make this passing scheme work as well. I just want to show you guys that ability so because you have the option of using that in this passing scheme. But we're going to be in gun bunch, one of the most popular formations in the game, and we're going to be able to play bunch trail, one of the most common bunch plays in the game. It's got to be like half the playbooks in the game. Let's just go to random play. So this is going to be the full setup, and if you want to utilize red zone threat, then you're going to go ahead and put your receiver on a goal line fade. That's what I was doing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but inside the 10-yard line, you can hot route your receiver by pressing up on the right stick, and he'll go on a goal line fade. And if we were on the 11-yard line, it would just be a normal fade that look, very similar to a streak. But inside the 10-yard line, you get that goal line fade, and I think that's the best way to throw those bullet pass high balls for the glitchy animations. And by the way, high ball is you hold down LB or L1 as you throw the ball, in case you didn't know. So if you have red zone threat, then you're going to go ahead and put him on the goal line fade. If you don't, you can still put him on an out route and smart route it. And I'm going to go ahead and, we'll go ahead and do that for the rest of this video. I already showed you guys how red zone threat works. And I would say the first read on this play, if you're using red zone threat, and really regardless, even if you don't have red zone threat, is probably going to be that out route on the left side, because I feel like with people not really running man abilities anymore, if they're in single man coverage, that out route should usually win. Now, if they're running a one step ahead for some reason, obviously don't throw at the one step ahead on the out route. But assuming they're not, which I'm not seeing it very much anymore, that's probably still a pretty good route to throw. So our first read is going to be on the left side, but we'll go ahead and set up the full play real quick. This is the setup that I like to do right here, guys, and it's full of both man beating and zone beating routes. And so we can make these reads basically from left to right. And again, if I see single man coverage on the left side, I'm going to throw to X every single time, especially if I'm using red zone threat. And then coming across the field, we've got a slant, which is a solid man beating route. We've got a trail route from the tight end, which is one of the best man beating routes in the game. It's basically like a Texas route for tight ends. And then on the right side, what we're doing is specifically for zone beating. And this flat route and running back wheel route combination is one of the best zone beaters in the game. We've got these two routes, the slant and the trail going inside. We've got the flat route going outside. It's going to kind of pull those zones apart. And the running back on the wheel route is going to go right in the opening that is opened up by all those other routes stretching those zones apart. And so I definitely recommend, it doesn't have to be out a bunch either. You could do it, say, out of like a trips tight end. You could put your tight end on a flat route, have the running back on a wheel route, and you'll get a similar effect. So definitely consider starting to use flat routes with wheel routes, and we'll see how it works in just a sec. But we're on random play, so we're going to kind of run through some reps and see how it works. So I'm going to start reading from left to right, and we did not get the single man coverage over there, but the slant route was open, so you know, we're going to throw what's open, right? And so again, we're going to, if you have red zone threat, put on a goal line fade. But you know, I think a lot of people probably aren't going to have red zone threat, and so we'll go ahead and put him on that out route. Here's our setup over here. Looks like we got some zone, and right here, I want to look at the replay so you guys can see how open this running back wheel route gets. I love just the way the zones stretch apart, and it's a pretty easy read as well. You can usually see it coming open before it happens, but like you can see that the flat route just pulls that defender outside. You just throw a bullet pass. You can lead it to the inside if you want. I will say sometimes when you lead it to the inside, just because you know this game isn't always consistent, the running back will come in too far and he'll let it go over his head, or he'll catch it way above his head, and you won't be able to rack it very well. So keep that in mind if you try to pass lead it inside. But I just think that this is an excellent combination, and it can attack man and zone, and from a kind of awkward spot on the field. Because if you're on the 9-yard line, running the ball for potentially 2 or 3 yards of play, that's not a way to guarantee you get into the end zone, right? So I just think that this is a better option. Now, right there, we had the single coverage, and we throw the out route. Or if you have red zone threat, throw the goal line fade. I think a lot of people will probably be a little hesitant about red zone threat, and it's nerve-wracking using the red zone threat. It really is. If you're in MUT, I'll be totally honest. If you want the most consistent results possible, maybe just go with the out route. But in regs, I have had, because I play with the Bucks in regs, I've had Mike Evans make some very, very glitchy red zone threat catches. So I think in regs, I'd say you're pretty safe to be using red zone threat. Right here, it looks like we had man coverage, so just throw the slant. The trail route might have also been open. I didn't see, but I saw the slant route come open, so just threw the slant route, and we'll just do 1 or 2 more of these reps. I don't need to run the same play too many times for you guys. But again, the wheel route, we've got man beating routes, we got zone beating routes, and it's that simple, guys. There's not a ton to it. I just think it's a nice little setup, and especially out of a formation that is pretty popular. We got the single coverage again. So that was an out route, but for some reason Devontae broke inside. Not sure about that one, but we'll just run through it again. Looks like we got another. I think it was zone. Yep, Aaron Jones was wide open, so we'll take it. I would say if it's zone coverage, guys, I don't say 9 times out of 10, but that wheel route is definitely going to be one of your money routes. It's definitely one of the routes I would look at. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. That's the breakdown. And I'll just say one more time, I just think it's just such a great way to attack both man coverage and zone coverage in a spot on the field that I think people kind of struggle with a little bit. So if you can run this, even if you don't get in the end zone, if you can you run a slant like that and get down to the 2-yard line, then you're just in a situation where you can just go, fullback dive and kind of finish off the rest of your drive. But that is the breakdown. Let me know what you guys think. We'll do one more rep. Let's go for a touchdown right here. But we'll do one more rep. Definitely let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload from the Huddle channel. And once again, if you enjoyed the breakdown, definitely check me out, SpruceGooseTV, over on YouTube and Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you have a great one, and we'll catch you in the next video.